Hi everyone, Kira Schaefer here, As You Wish Publishing. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about copyrights and about owning your work. This is the most misunderstood element in all of publishing, I think. So what we want to do is just kind of debunk a few things. So the first one is you don't have to pay for your copyright. There's no reason for you to pay for your copyright. You do need to pay for your ISBN numbers, but not for your copyright. And once you have your ISBN number, they're not, that's it. You certainly 100% own your work. And so that's one of the biggest misconceptions. Well, I sent it off to such and such on this online thing and I bought it for $300. Don't do that. Don't do that. I'm here to save you money, okay? Because that's something I definitely would have fallen into if I hadn't had my own training along the way. So, so the next thing is who does own your work? That's really key. So if you were to get an advance for your book, usually an advance is anywhere from $1,000 to $5,000 advance, and then you have to pay your royalties back, or your advance through royalties. And then after that's paid off, then you start making a royalty check. So, but they own your work. So they can change it, they can water it down, they can make it more robust, they can make it better, they could do whatever they want to with your book to help make it more mainstream and marketable. So they're going to they could change your title, they could change your book cover design or any of the ideas that you had. So, but they own it. Okay, so an independent publisher, depending on how they're structured, could also be the same way. A vanity press, you should own your copyright and your work in that regard. You should, and I would definitely check the fine print on all of that stuff, because if you're signing your rights away, then they could take that book, they could sell it to another publisher, they could sell it internationally, whatever it is that they're wanting to do. So just make sure you check out the fine print to be sure that it is exactly what it is that you're wanting to accomplish with your book. And for the most part, you own it. So you can tell them to take it down, you could do whatever you want to with that. You can also use your manuscript in other ways throughout building programs, stuff like that. So, you own it. If you're doing a hybrid publisher like As You Wish Publishing, then you continue to own your work. But again, please, please, please make sure that you are double checking your contract as well. Then for your self-publishing rights, you will have your self-publishing. I would always still buy your ISBN number. So you can go out to Bowker and buy an ISBN number. It's about $100 to get that all set up, plus another $25 for barcode, unless you do things in bulk, which you could do that if you plan on buying and doing a lot of books on your own, which is totally doable. You just have to keep in mind that you are still going to be paying people to do things like editing, book cover design, formatting, stuff like that, unless you already know how to do that. So when you look at who owns that, you own that. That's all you. Nobody can take that away from you. And when you have your ISBN number and your barcode, just like this, you're golden. So those are kind of the areas that you look at when it comes to copyrights and when it comes to ISBN numbers and owning your work. Please, again, just take time, read the contract, make sure that you own your work. Now, I know I say always own your work, but I also know that if you're going to get a $5,000 advance on writing your nonfiction manuscript or fiction book or novel, I can totally get that you might be okay with just letting it go. And what's the worst thing that could happen? It doesn't go anywhere? Yeah. You don't get to use your material again? Yeah. But if it didn't work through the traditional publishing house, then it's really possible that it may not work if you try to splice it up in other ways. But I still feel like, we can utilize content, even if it didn't go mainstream, in very fringe, niche, fun ways that help to build your rep, helps you to build your credibility, and helps you to really help other people with the information that you have. But know this, information is always coming. So, you don't have to be like, oh, this is the book that will change the world. No, not necessarily. It's going to be your first book. And you're going to continue to stay open to all the other possibilities and new exercises and new tools and new plot design and new stories and all that kind of stuff are going to come through still. It's just sometimes getting that first book out or getting that first article out is what you need to really help you know that you're enough, you got it going on, you can do this. So take your time, read your contracts, and make sure that you know ahead of time exactly what it is you want your book to accomplish. Again, a couple of those things are, do I want to build it into a program? Am I going to want to do a video series? Am I going to want to utilize it for another type of workbook? Am I going to make awesome, trading cards out of it or something? You could really expand in different areas as well. All right, great. So if you have the opportunity, always own your work. If you go the traditional publishing route, and that seems just awesome and more feasible to you, do it. Just know how it affects everything long term. Thank you so much. I hope you have a great day.